Hello everybody and welcome back to Vintage Story. My name's Scriddle. We've got a lot to do today. So first things first, it's good to be back, good to be alone. It's just you and me and you and me and me and you and your friend I don't have a Steve. Pretend there's a wolf there. That's Steve. But I thought to start the episode first, might just do a quick tour around. Boy, have we been busy. So this is the home island. The map seems to be working and agreeing with me today. Just to our southwest, we have a main continent. And down here, way down here, to our southeast, we have another continent that now the map's not loading. That's a whole bunch of fun. It's getting there. We did explore a fair bit up to the north here, and we never ran into anything. Someday we'll venture off way to the north, but right now we are able to get down to the south, and that's nice. We've been able to get a fair amount of resource. The other people on the server have been gathering resources along. We've gone on a few adventures with them, and I thought tonight we could actually do a little running around, kind of see what the island's all about, and then maybe we could actually start our big project. And now my mini-map doesn't work. That seems to be a bug running just kind of continuously. I've dealt with that the whole new update here. So I guess first off we have Spooks. This is Spooks' little house. She's also built that lighthouse back there, but we'll do one at a time. So this is supposed to be a small little like seaport cafe, and she's got a little decoration going on. She's gathered up all of the driftwood, and she's slowly getting all the sea stars and stuff and putting the shells around. This building currently functions as a bakery. It's the only place that we can get bread, and she burns every single one. She also makes our pies, and you'll notice blueberry pie, charred fruit pie. But she's got her little sink in here. Not one, but two chandeliers. We don't know where the second one's going to go quite yet. Eventually, she's going to get some chairs out here, so you'll be able to come out and sit and watch the sunrise. But this is mostly a decorative build she's working on. Upstairs, this is where I've been sleeping each night. Close the door. Come on in. But this is my little bed, my piles of rot, a spare sword, a bottle of questionable liquid, and my own cooking fire. Nothing fancy. We do not have glass yet, so no windows, but that's all right. And then realistically, the big reason for this building is actually the basement. This is where all of the server's food is currently being stored, and all our vessels are. That one's slightly better. Why are these ones slightly worse? That's weird. Is it the dirt? It might be the dirt. Grain 0.19. Grain 0.18. Yeah, maybe the dirt makes it better. It's also got our only quern. So that's fair that. And we'll make a run up into the lighthouse. She's new to the chiseling, so she's making her chiseling debut with these stairs. Actually, she's done a lot of chiseling work and getting quite a bit better. And we'll come on up here. I don't even have to sleep in the bed up here. But she's got a small little area, a little reception, her winter boots. Then she's got a couple cooking areas. We can go up these stairs that she's chiseled out. And then her bedroom with 2 more cooking areas. And let's see, what time is it? 20? We could take a little nap. We don't have to tell her that we're snoozing in her bed. 5 a.m., 6 a.m. So right off of her bedroom, we have a cute little balcony. It looks like she's been doing some light reading. And you can see the sun over there. She's making big use out of these support beams. And if we go up one more level, she has the best view of the ocean. Here's where her chimney comes out. Can't walk that way. Stay away from the light bulb. It's hot. And then you can kind of view down onto the island. The lights here are part of the QP's Chisel, right? QP? Yeah, QP's Chisel mod. That is on the server. You can make glow blocks from the creative mode window by making a special palette for them. They don't produce light. There's a more expensive palette that makes the light producing ones, but it looks like the server doesn't have the ability to make that one quite yet. I assume that she'll change that out. Close the door even, will be nice. I assume that she'll make that change out when we have the ability to do so. But for now, that's also how she has the glowing red dot at the top there. But now we can make a quick run down here. We have Bubbles on the server. Bubbles is mostly doing adventuring and running around, so unfortunately her house is a dirt shack. But hey, a home is a home, as long as you have a shovel. That's not much to look at. Maybe we should have slept in her bed last night. I had a nostalgic moment, like when we started out. But mostly she's been going way down into the south to gather resource, so she has not had time to put her house together. I assume her house will come along quite nicely. I'm actually running by things. So we got big old farm field. I've been spearheading this project mostly, so you can probably notice some similarities between this and the last world we played on, where I've got the troughs of water running everywhere, so I can hopefully not have to water this as much. We are on the second spring now, so we've gone one full winter through this game. Berry Mountain here. That's another Spooks project. She just wants all the berries to be inconvenient. Down here we have the Mantis. He is also living in a small shack underground. He has a Jonas part. Look at that. Not much to write home about, but still, he's got it. He's got a nice little view of the pond. We have our orchard here. The orchard is slowly growing in. As we get fruit trees, we're filling in all the spots. Again, something that I've spearheaded. This is following the aesthetics of my last orchard, just much, much bigger. It's pretty wild how much you can accomplish when you have a group of people all kind of working toward the same goal. Just alone having Spook get the food for us all, just so I can focus on other things and not just gathering food, is incredibly nice. She really likes bees, so bees are everywhere. And through this little tunnel, we have Skyrilla's forge. This is currently the only forge on the server, but hey, it's pretty. Needs a lantern or something in here, a little dark, but he's slowly putting something together that's nice and workable. We're able to store up all our resource. And then up here in the lofted area is just the resources that we've gathered so far that are kind of available to the public, as it were. I say public because not really public, because there's only what would that be, 5 of us? There's five whole people, but all a big old group of friends. And we'll kind of come around here. Oh, one last thing. It'll loop us back around, and then we can go take a look at some of the other things here. So this kind of loops us back to the farm, as it were. This door here just leads into a hollow. I've covered over. This was one mountain, and then this was another, and I just kind of made a flat plane over the top. I want to build something big at the top there, but I want to make use of this land that was kind of useless so far. Unfortunately, sometimes when you die, you spawn in this hollow area now. So I had to put in a doorway so you could actually get out without breaking a bunch of blocks and being a hassle. So that is that door. I'm pretty happy with how that came out. And we can actually take what will one day be stairs. There's a wolf here somewhere. Oh, there's a chicken. Take the stairs on up and get us to the top up here. So you'll see this is just one big flat plane. I'd like to do a big build on it. But you're able to look down onto the junkyard that we built. What would that be? Episode 1 of Season 2 here. There's the junkyard. And there is where I want today's project to be. So we can go ahead and charge on down and start getting work on that. Oh, don't break my legs. So one of the things that I really wanted to focus on right now is the main way that we can really explore out, get resources, and do stuff is to take full advantage of the boat that was added in this update. And we've used it quite a bit. It is unfortunately very buggy, but it is also our only connection to the mainland. It's ever so slightly faster than the chest. So I've been wanting to have an actual spot to sit down and actually park the boat. We just kind of ram it into the ground any which way that we see fit, nearest to whoever's house, and try to unload it as much as we can. The downside of doing that is that, well, we have to run the entire length of the island back just to... Ooh, you gotta get all the way down here. We have to run the entire length of the island back just to unload the thing. And that is incredibly inconvenient, and it slows everything down. We don't want to slow ourselves down. We want to speed things up. Is that the right height? Let's see, 110. And the ocean is at 110. All right. So we want to have like a spot that we can have like all of our chests in one area. That, and of course I've broken my shovel. I forgot to bring another one. Uno momento. Ugh. There we go, shovel. All right. So one of the things that we want to do is just kind of have all of our chests, our storage area, you know, the crates for bulk items, really close to a spot that we can park the boat. So it's faster to unload the boat. You don't have to spend so much time running around finding where things are going to go. And it also gives us a centralized location that when we're building a cool thing or just got a big project going, we're not out hunting for blocks. If it's not, if we have, say, an oak chest, then if the oak is not in that chest, then we are out. You're gonna have to go get some. So right now we're affectionately calling it what will be the Lowe's, but obviously it can't be Lowe's. Lowe's is a real place, and real places can't exist in a fantasy land. So we're gonna need a better, maybe a punny name for what we call this centralized location. So it's gonna be a building materials supply store, as it were, but it's also gonna kind of just have everything else. It's a general goods. We're gonna have to come up with a good name for our general goods. But today is probably gonna be a good chunk of site work. Just kind of get our hills cut down, get our feet a little wet. Our feet wet. And start doing some major planning. In a little bit of doing some grinding beforehand, we went down to the south, closer to the equator, and we were able to get a whole ton of kapok trees. And kapok actually looks like a clean version of the maple. So you'll see, so here's the maple. It's got that like greenish hue to it, and haven't really found a big use for it. And I think in this case we might actually be able to have a good use for it. So the kapok kind of just looks like a clean version of the maple, and the maple kind of reminds me of like an algae covered a piece of wood. Like it's kind of gross. It's been wet for a little while. It's probably slimy. So if we kind of blend these two together, I think we can make a really, really interesting dock. The birch is kind of too white. The pine is a little too orange. I like the walnut, and I could have saw myself using the walnut, but I ended up using it for the stairways and all the pathways around the island. So we're going to avoid that for that case. And the redwood's too pretty. Bald cypress is way too white. Acacia is kind of too red, and that makes me think of like a barn. So we want to save that for maybe some barns or something. Oak was the only other thought that I was having, but I just think these two look really, really nice together. So that's the plan, at least color-wise. Back down. Now, part of me is looking at this going, might have a lot less land to clear if I stop at this level. Maybe I gotta stop at this level, and then I could have a staircase down or something. So let's do that, and then maybe we're gonna cut this level off anyway. But for now, we can at least alleviate some of the digging. Now it's time to diggy dig. Either way, we have a moment where it's just you and me and you, and your friend Steve. So I thought it'd be a good time to just chat, get caught up. I've missed you guys. We haven't had a moment like this where we're just able to discuss things together in a one-way direction at least. So I thought I might fill you in on what's been going on with me, as is. Everything baby-wise is going according to plan. We are cruising along. All the doctor's appointments are showing up that everything is as intended, as supposed to be. Baby boy is getting rather large at the moment. He's 2.5 pounds, which is big old baby, but not big enough. But yeah, baby's coming along great. We got 3 more months until B Day, and I really do look forward to it. Cannot wait. I do suspect that in 3 months' time, we'll probably have a bit of a hiatus from uploading, but we'll be busy. I'll post what I can when I can, but certain things will take priority. So we'll see how that plays out when that plays out. But on the other side of things, as part of our prep for getting ready for a much bigger family, I realize that it's only one new addition, but that's a pretty substantial addition for us at least. We've been in talks with doing an expansion on our home in real life, and we actually today we just got off the phone with the architect. We got some plans going forward, and I gotta tell you, I am terrified. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I know the direction that we're gonna go, but I also know that it's gonna be a ton of work. Me and Spook actually built our first home together, and the home that we're in now, the home I'm recording this in, was built by just me, Spook, and my father, and we were able to put the whole thing together. It took us about 3 years. We live in most people would probably consider it a tiny home, but it's not quite that tiny. We are in about 900 square feet, and we are tacking on at this rate, like a 1,400 square foot addition. So it's going to be a substantial increase in size, and I'm looking forward to starting that big giant project. I know when the time does roll around, we're gonna have to figure out a way to do updates on it. I would like to post some pictures of progress. I have to just make sure that we're careful about not doxing ourselves. But yeah, so I want to be able to share with you guys how progress is happening. As progress happens, we're a little ways off of breaking ground on that project at the moment. We're just now getting some preliminary plans put together, some loose ideas of how we want to lay out the house. But the house that we're in is as far as architecturally planned goes, it's a much more basic house than what we're about to take on. That was a wolf. That scared me. That scared me a lot. We're slowly. We're trying to deal with the wolves as we can, but right now this is my best attempt at dealing with the wolves. I'm gonna chase this chicken right to the wolves. Actually, go on. Goodbye. So this is the wolf pit. There's bears in it now too, though. Yeah, hey buddy. So every time, yeah, here. So every time a wolf spawns, I get it to chase me, and it falls in this pit. And I'm hoping that if I keep doing that, eventually the mob cap will be reached for wolves, and they'll stop spawning. It has not happened yet, but high hopes and all. Ooh, a cave. I don't think I've ever been in this cave. Have I? Have I been in this cave? Maybe? Hello? Whoops. Ah! Hey, 5 money. Like money. Okay. I would like to get out. See if there's anything further down. Ooh, it gets... Okay, we're gonna have to mark that we know that this cave is here. But that is not. That's not what we're doing right now. We are doing right now digging. We're digging back. I think we can take this hill down and go right to this hill. That looks about right. Got to dig back that over there, but I want to stay away from the interdimensional portal thingy. Alright. Alright. Now, you have... we got 2 demon teleporter thingies? Why? Why is that necessary? But I think if we... Let's hop up here a little bit. Let's hop up. Whoa. So if all of this was one big wooden platform that extended out into the ocean a little ways, I think that is plenty of dockyard space. Have a couple buildings kind of nestled off to the sides that are for storage. Maybe have maybe in the middle here, right about there, we could have one big like storage barn. That's the yet to be named not Lowe's. I think we're going to want to go this way. We want the texture to be long. Yep, not like that. How does this look over the ocean? Okay. You know what? Let's go out just a little bit farther, and then let's go grab the boat. And let's just see if we can actually get on and off the boat if it's up this high. I'm a little concerned that we won't be able to. And now we're at the boat. Ah. Now, for sailing the boat, something that makes it way easier, hit F5 twice, and then the minus key on your keyboard will zoom you right on out. Look at that. That makes piloting the ship far easier. I know you're supposed to be stuck in like this view, which immersion-wise, this is fine. It certainly is immersive this way. This is just easier for me to pilot. So every time I get in the boat, I always expand way out like this. And for those of you who didn't know that third person had zoom in, zoom out functions, plus and minus are zoom in and zoom out respectively. I do wish the boat was way faster than it is right now. You're ever so slightly faster than the raft, and a sailboat should be significantly faster than a raft. I have a feeling that the boat will be sped up at some point in the future. Right now, we did look into some sort of mod that would allow this to speed up. There is the configure everything mod. Unfortunately, it seems to be broken specifically with the ship as far as making it quicker. It stops being fast when there's a passenger, and as soon as everybody's out of it, if you bump the ship, then all of a sudden you're able to fly through it. So I don't know if the game will put me up here or not. It tried. It did try. Whoop. I don't know if like maybe maybe if I'm like underneath it, will it? No, it tried again. All right. So maybe we have to have like an actual, like a dock, and then we have to have first person here. Maybe we have to have like a dock, and then we have to have like a staircase down, and then this level could be like half slabs or something. Because I don't want to be in the water. I don't think. Maybe we could have some slabs in the water for like smaller docks that these small ships would be on. Maybe that would look alright. I do think though visually this looks like a substantial pier being one block above the water instead of resting directly on top of it. So I think we're going to keep the height that we have. We're just going to kind of in my head, I'm kind of thinking this is going to be kind of like a trade hub. The only the only example that I can come up with off the top of my head right now is the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, where like his whole city is built on a pier. And I'm kind of thinking like that, like build the dock up, build the piers up, and then put a few different buildings on them. Obviously, it wouldn't be anywhere near as extensive as that cartoon depicts. But this pier with like a big warehouse on it, and then maybe like 5 or 6 small buildings around it, I think we could make that look busy enough that when you're on the dock, you feel like you're on the dock. And one thing that the Vintage Story certainly excels at is the ability to decorate. Decorations are everywhere in this game. All right, now if I've done this, that is the front of the boat. So say I just got back from a long day adventuring. I could pull up to this dock and get out. Can I at least I can get out of the water. Whoops. So maybe I gotta be farther forward. Maybe I gotta be closer. I think that's about as close as I can get. It puts you in. All right, so it does not let you get out on that. If I had this, so now that's level with the water. That puts you on that. Okay, so it's got to be level with the water. Good to know. That is a good thing to know. A little inconvenient, but good to know nonetheless. We'll have to work around that. Some of our docks are just going to be a bit smaller, or a bit shorter, I guess. Now I know I saw a saw in the Mantis's house, and the Mantis is not online right now. And if he's not online, he'll never know, as long as I replace it with a saw of equal or greater value. Yes. Now I saw a saw. Hello, saw. Ooh, and it's almost new. Am I a horrible person? Maybe. Will he notice? Also, maybe. Get out of here. You know what? He can have a flower in his house. That's what he gets. There. I have delivered to him a flower. Yeah, around his fire pit. And perhaps I'll even sleep in his bed. Oh. Oh, okay. I woke up in his ceiling. I don't want a heavy temporal storm. That sounds terrible. It does seem like we get more temporal storms here than we did at in our single player. I suspect the new update upped the amount of temporal storms that we get. I don't know if that's totally the case, but it certainly feels that way. But I don't know if that's a difference going between a single player and going to a server side thing or not. It might be, maybe, or maybe the server's just set to have more of them. But when it's approaching, we have the rest of the day, I think, to keep working. I'm not really sure. Well, while we wait for our imminent demise, something else I'm getting into, just weirdly into. You guys ever have a parfait? Just like yogurt. Yogurt's pretty good. Everybody likes yogurt, I think, unless you're lactose intolerant. Then, like, I don't know, it's a skill issue. But yogurt good. Yogurt with raw granola in it, very good. Yeah, that's looking real nice. That's looking real nice. Like, do we have time? I keep checking the clock. I'm like, when does the temporal storm show up? I've been caught off guard with it before. And, oh, well, there it is. You know what? I think I'm gonna pick my spot to bunker down here. I got a bunker. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go into this house that I've been borrowing from Spook, because I've only got like 5 minutes or something. So that'll allow me to do this. Whoa, I'm zoomed out too far. Come in closer. Ooh, oh, too close. Yeah, that's good. But I think with the temporal storm cruising its way on in, I'm gonna take that as a good time to take a quick break here. I'm gonna say I'll get the rest of the doc put together before the next episode, and we can start working on the yet to be named warehouse. But in the meantime, guys, I want to thank you for coming along with me on this. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment, love it, like it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Oh no. I'm going home. Goodbye, everybody. Not excited for was how long it takes for these shovels to cool. That was hot. Okay. I have shovel now. Take that.